No one is going to come and save you. And if you're waiting for that phone call, that text from someone saying now's the time to take your health seriously, it's not going to happen. For me, on a personal level, I've had times in my life where I get really into training, really nail down my diet, and just, feel it 100%. I'm there every day, I'm training, and I'm being consistent. But equally, I've had times, and since having young children, getting a bit older in my late 30s, I have times where it's a struggle. And I'll be honest, I don't find it easy now. When I have to get to the gym, mostly at 5, half 5 in the mornings, 2 to 3 days a week, although even that can be a push sometimes, it's still a struggle. But if I was sat at home just waiting for the right time, that time's never going to come, and my health is not going to get any better. I'm not going to get any stronger, and equally my mental health starts to suffer. So hence why it's so important to kind of take the bull by the horns and just start today. I've just found over the years, after speaking to a lot of people, I don't know if it's human nature, that everyone likes to blame someone else or something else for the reason why they're not doing what they want to be doing. I've done that in the past. I've been one of those people. I've moaned that I've had to work too many hours, or I don't have the money to eat healthy. I don't have the time to relax or go to bed early. Just excuse after excuse, really. And all it was is just me putting off the inevitable, that I needed to basically pull my finger out and make some changes that are going to positively impact my life and the way I feel. And that's basically what I had to do. I was waiting, I guess, just for almost the right time to start. And it sounds stupid, but especially after having young kids, you go through that time where your old life kind of falls apart a little bit as you're adapting to your new life, new routines. Everything's just turned upside down. And it's incredible. I absolutely love it. But at the same time, I probably didn't train or do anything properly for about 5 to 6 months. And looking back at that time, I realise now that I could have done something, even if it was little. Tiny things like trying to clean up my diet a bit more, or go out for a walk when I could, try and get an early night when I can. But instead, it was a all or nothing approach with me, and I almost felt like if I couldn't attack the day, do everything full on as I wanted to do, then it wasn't worth doing. And it was absolutely ridiculous. And it basically led to me just getting fed up, losing my strength, feeling knackered all the time, no energy. My anxiety started to get worse, probably from just stress and living in fight or flight mode and not doing anything about it. That's why I just decided no one's going to tell me, you have to go and start or you have to do something now. No one's going to come up and ring you or text you and tell you that today's the day you go and join the gym, or you go out for your first walk, or you start looking at your diet. That day just never comes. And I quickly realised that if you don't change something, then although you may not realise it, making no choice is basically still a decision, and it still has an outcome. But that outcome will not be what you want it to be, basically. I just think it's so important that these days we kind of have to take accountability for our lives, really. No one's going to come and save you, and the older you get, the harder it gets. That's just a matter of life. I'm in my late 30s. I never, well, sounds ridiculous. I never imagined being this old, not when I was 18, 19, 20, and in the gym 3 days a week. And I used to think, God, I just feel like this forever. But trust me, when you get older, things change and things do get harder. But that's not a reason to neglect yourself and just let it all go. If anything, now is the most important time. Get out training, adjust your diet, have a little treat here and there, but just don't let it rule your diet. Because I speak to so many people and they're stuck in this cycle of I feel tired, I'm lethargic, I've got no energy, I feel anxious, stressed, the list goes on. And then you ask them what they're doing at the weekend, and they're out drinking most evenings, Friday or Saturday night, they're out drinking, probably without realising that alcohol is a natural depressant. It's scientifically proven, and it works 100% against anything when you're trying to make goals and positively impact your life. So although it's fun at times, maybe just dial it back in a bit. And also the same goes with your diet. I work with guys, they moan that they've got no energy and they feel sick all the time, and they're going for fry-ups 3-4 days a week. And really, what's that doing? That's not fueling your body. I don't know, but most people I speak to, if they're having that sort of food, like me and myself, if I have a fry-up rarely, I feel horrendous after. I'm knackered, and about 2 hours later, I want to just go to sleep. I want to just go home, either be sick or go to sleep. And I think, why did I do that? It was, it was nice at the time, but that doesn't suit my goals at the moment. So, yeah, I think we've just all got to realise that how important it is to take health seriously, just do something about it, and just stop waiting around really for the right time, because the right time's never going to come. I've worked with guys in their 70s, 80s who are fitter than young guys today in their 20s. And it's just because they're looking after themselves, just limiting the things that don't serve you best. So the moral of the story today really is just to stop waiting for permission, just to get on with it. Like I said, no one's going to come and save you. No one's going to say, now's the day that you take things seriously. So see how it goes.